Younger replacement of Shamim. My name is Mikhail. I'm the business development lead for AI Rehab. At AI Rehab, we create AI optimized remote physical therapy solutions. So everyone here knows someone with knee trouble. Over 350 million people globally suffer from knee osteoarthritis. In order for these patients to see any benefit in their symptoms, they need to complete their rehab. However, up to 70% of patients do not complete their rehab, which leads to worse healthcare outcomes and increased healthcare costs. Patients do not complete their rehab because rehab is boring and it's a piece of paper they're sent home with and expected to carry out until their operation. The solution is Slider. Slider is an AI-optimized solution developed for patients that suffer from knee osteoarthritis or patients undergoing a total knee replacement surgery. Slider collects data whilst patients carry out their exercises and communicates this with their tablet or mobile device. This allows us to gamify exercises to keep patients engaged throughout their exercises. The data that we collect is shared with clinicians remotely, and clinicians are notified when patients show signs of poor compliance or complications like a knee infection after an operation. We sell direct to hospitals and clinics. We charge $80 per month per patient for a minimum of 6 months. In reality, we have patients using Slider for over 1 year. Our team is highly expert, diverse and skilled. Take, for example, our CEO, Dr. Shamim Sampath. He's a Harvard and Oxford trained knee surgeon and one of the first to pioneer robotic knee replacement surgeries. And the great news is that reimbursement codes already exist for remote monitoring devices. This leaves our customers with a profit every time they use our device. Our market size is defined by the number of total knee replacements carried out in the US, EU and UK. That's $492 million at an 80% market penetration rate. We will follow with the larger market size of the total osteoarthritis population, which is closer to $20 billion. Competitors do exist, but none of our competitors are able to measure force and motion in a patient's home without the risk of medical complications like strapping a device to a patient's limb would incur, such as DVTs, blood clots, damage to the patient's skin. The real magic is before surgery, where using the data that we collect, we're able to cluster patients into groups that give clinicians insights into patient health and allow clinicians to decide when to operate or when to carry on physical therapy. The trials that we've carried out so far have demonstrated our ability to improve healthcare outcomes, early identification of knee infections, and improved patient satisfaction. We have patents across the UK and EU, and patents pending in the US, Australia, and India. In 2022, we carried out our first clinical trial, which demonstrated our 93% satisfaction rate. We followed with sales to the National Health Service in the UK, and in 2024, we carried out further trials demonstrating our ability to identify knee infections after an operation, and we followed with further sales as well. In 2025, we'll be beginning our first trial in the US, and we're here today to raise $1.5 million. This will see us through to Q4 of 2027. By Q4 of 2026, we'd have produced 500 devices, established 7 commercial trials in the US and UK, and achieved an annual revenue of $150,000. And Q4 of 2027, we'd have produced 5,000 devices and recurring annual revenue of $2.25 million. Thank you very much for listening. I'm now open to questions.
Thank you so much. It was a great timing. Over to our charts.
Are they just for knee?
At the moment, it's just for knee because that's over 60% of all osteoarthritis. But we have.
Yes. What is next?
Next will be hips, and then we have devices and software for neurological rehabilitation, Parkinson's, and children's rehab as well.
And walk me through the patient experience when I go to the doctor, I get the device, I go home, I have a problem. How does that work?
Yeah, so at the moment we're targeting patients that are undergoing a total knee replacement surgery. Usually if you need your knee replaced, you'll go and see a surgeon and a physical therapist before your operation. You'll be given a list of exercises and sent home, expected to carry them out until your surgery. With Slider, we send you home with the device, and they can either be downloaded onto a patient's tablet or mobile device. So all of the exercises are explained by the physical therapist, and then patients sent home and then reviewed at their usual regular outpatient follow-up appointments.
Can you explain a little bit about planning out decision, assuming this is B2B2C model?
B2B, so we sell direct to hospitals and clinics, and then the hospitals and clinics will give the devices to the patients. The hospitals and clinics are reimbursed by health insurance for providing the service of remote monitoring.
So how are you then compared with the other home-based remote monitoring, as well as rehab facilities?
Yeah.
Telemedicine type of rehab.
Yeah, so no other home or remote monitoring system is able to measure force and motion in a patient's home. The solutions that do exist are usually strapped to a patient's leg, but that increases the risk of damage to the patient's skin and risk of blood clots, especially after a surgery. So we've produced the only solution that completely avoids any medical complications after an operation as well.
Have you done customer discovery with the insurance payers, and if so, what have they shared about what they see as the pain or problem, not just the patient non-compliance with the therapeutics that they take?
Yeah, so we've had some conversations and discussions, negotiations with health insurers in the US. One of the biggest problems and recurring costs that they have is usually complications after surgeries. So say knee infections after an operation, that would cost around $30,000 or upwards per patient for a total knee revision surgery. Through the trials that we've carried out so far, 2 patients out of a cohort of 20 were identified as having knee infections early. One of them avoided having a total knee revision, which saved that hospital upwards of $30,000. So those are the main KPIs that they're looking to tackle.
Any more questions? Yeah, go ahead, please.
How many contracts do you guys already have in the US? Or is once you start going to commercialization trials, seems like you have on your agenda for Q4 2026. So do you already in conversation to say there's strong interest and going to some kind of agreement already?
Yeah, so we have contracts based in the UK with the National Health Service, and a contract agreed on in the US for our first trial in the US. And then we have a sales pipeline that takes us through to $2.25 million in recurring revenue, and that's direct sales through Dr. Sampath, our CEO's contacts through the orthopedic space. And we have letters of intent to purchase through that sales pipeline.
What plans do you have for warranty or return policy?
Yeah.
That many devices, warranty. Yeah.
Yeah. So we haven't had any issues with damage to devices, but
I think it's time. Sorry, guys. Well done. Fantastic work. Okay, thank you so much, Mikhail.
Give me
give him
your-
another round of applause, please.
Your bracelet.
Thank you.
Give it to me.
Right, advancing things now to the next startup app. We have Mauricio Paba, which is from Coco AI NDL from USA. Mauricio, where are you?
I'm here.
Over to you, my friend.
How are you? Hi, how are you? My name is Mauricio Pava. I'm from Coco. Well, basically, Coco is a smart scheduling platform. Yep. The big issue, the big problem with the scheduling today, most of the scheduling are making manually. Call centers, people working in computers, a lot of people on the screens, a lot of calls. So basically, the situation is that the hospital is losing money because there's not a good scheduling. Okay. Our sales thing is at this time we increase the revenue to 30% and reduce the access cost of scheduling to 70%. Okay. Today, after 6 years operation, we are in 2,000 clinics. We have a positive cash flow. We have a 5% absorption rate, 2 million AR in a year, more than 30 million of appointments in our platform. Like I told you, high volume of calls, basically lot of problems with the scheduling. Remember Tetris? What we do is we get in the specialist data point, and we took the black labels and put them in colors just to make sure that all the people get the attention. At this time, what is happening is when the hospitals or the facilities, now they have 50% of the no-shown persons going to the appointments, and that costs a lot of money to the system, right? There's an 8% of inefficient in the system, and when you make the sum of all these factors, you have more than 3 months losing of the agenda in the sector. After 30 million of appointments we handled, now we can say that when you use COCO, you increase the agenda 95%. The big problem of this is that clinics are losing money, right? Patients are dying because they don't have access to the system, and when they have access to the system, they increase the cost of the attention, because it's not the same when you get at the time of the doctor when you get in the early stages, right? Well, like the first that I said, at this time, when you implement COCO and you have more than 1 million of a cost in a year, you implement COCO and you get 30,000 per year. That's 10 times of ROI that the money that you put on the system, right? We reduce the 70% of the workforce in the agenda, and we increase the utilization of the agenda between 75 and 95%. Today, when you put COCO in your system, is when you have 10 clinics, then you have 13 clinics when you put COCO on this. Basically, we said we're impacting the system because we're saving lives, right? The competitors we have 3 kind of competitors. We have the call centers, we have the in-house softwares, and some competitors, but nobody does what COCO does. The market is so huge. We're now in 5 countries in Latin America, and we want to expand the operation to the United States and to Europe. We're looking for $5 million right now, and with this $5 million, we want to automate, be in the marketplaces like Azure, like AWS, and that's the way we want to make all the digital circle in sales, that you buy online and implement online all the systems. That's COCO. Any questions?
Thank you so much, Mauricio. Over to you, judges.
Yes, I think that I'm going to tackle the elephant in the room. How is Coco better than Patricia?
Is COCO better than? No, we're not better. I think that's not. We're different, right? We understand that. Okay. We put our effort in all the financial things, right? For us, we understand that the issue of the hospitals is that we need that assure that the people takes the appointment, go to the appointment, right? So basically, we're more than a financial platform than a scheduled platform.
My question. Thank you so much for that response, but my question is in line with that as well. Is there a page for the team?
Oh yeah. This is very important. At this time, we have 76% of the shares today, right? All the investors we have there are people who work in hospitals. So how they came investors? They buy the solution, they prove the solution, and then says we want to invest in you, right? We have Robert Paradise, the founder of the company. Jonathan is the CTO, and Daisy is the commercial leading. I manage all the growth of the company.
So from a financial efficiency standpoint, how would you compete with other competitors or competitors using agentic AI, for instance? Not Patricia necessarily.
Oh, it's just, I think that most of us trying to do the same, right? The difference is in the algorithm. We assure with algorithms to more than a financial thing than a scheduled company, right? We want that the company We want that patient go to the appointment, take the appointment.
Can you talk a little bit about what it takes to win a customer? How long is the sales cycle?
Okay.
Do you typically have to bid? And then what's your conversion rate? To get 2,000 clinics, how many did you have to talk to get 2,000?
This is crazy because, well, at this time, we have like 105 days of the circle sales, right? We have a very, very big experience with the pandemics. Yeah? And I don't know why. Oh, no, I don't know why. Marketing, we do big event marketing and we increase all the sales month by month. But marketing. I think that the technology, and I cannot, the two of the question. All the technologies are the same, or trying to be the same, right? The magic is the way that you sell. Yeah, it's a combination between marketing, right, sales, relation publics, and technology. The platform doesn't work alone.
Yes, thank you. You mentioned, or understood you mentioned that this worked inside the EHR. So it's not like a SaaS platform and it's not an AI engine, right?
It has a SaaS platform.
It's a SaaS platform that connects to an API
That's right.
to the EHR, HIS.
That's right. You got it here. That's
And what's it, since Patricia mentioned the cost, what is your cost?
my cost. I sell like packages between I have like a spare of packages, and then between $1 and $1.50 by appointment.
And do you make the appointment and then confirm the appointment?
I make the appointment, I confirm the appointment, I make 3 calls to the people that have to go to the appointment. And in the call, via WhatsApp or SMS, you can cancel the appointment. If you cancel the appointment, that appointment goes to another person who was waiting list for that appointment. So that's what I said to you. Oh, sorry.
Oops.
Okay.
Mauricio.
Thank you. WhatsApp, right? That's WhatsApp, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Mauricio, well done. Thank you so much.
Wonderful day.
Well done. Good luck.
Oh, that's yours. Not for me.
Right, the next one up, I think, is already here. We got Jeffrey Cole, he's the co-founder, president, and chief science officer from